trying to play to your opponent's weaknesses. And I think Nuke makes a lot of sense in that. It's a map that you yourselves feel reasonably comfortable on, and it's one where, especially with essentially a stand-in, you know that Astralis could suffer there. So I think it makes a lot of sense. I like that Bait went for that and didn't kind of get baited into the yeah, well, there's gonna be more of that.
Workshopping that. All right, love watchers, hate watchers, tune in, lock in. Astralis v Bait for 03 in Group B of the European RMR. It's been a spicy group so far. Let's see if it gets any hotter, Harry.
It certainly could.
Who knows where this
was like a fake start in the pistol round. So that's
it's a live round, though. It is still live. I want to see a big game from Stown and Yabby today. I think they absolutely need to prove themselves. Obviously, again, part of this problematic Astralis moment in time. But, oh, what? That was a clear. That was a Kirk clear. Alex comes up cat instead. Stown needs a shot here to stop them from overwhelming the B bomb site, but they jump past him. Nice catch in the site. It's Bro with a tap. Gets overwhelmed. 2v2 now. Astralis are low.
Stown, front man up through short.
Whoa.
Had a chance to catch Alex there out in the open. It's the damage that was done earlier to Stair that's going to leave a lot of this on Stown. He's got to accomplish something here, swinging out from short and looking for that kill to bring them back in. Stair watches on from afar.
Easy.
Stown dead and Stair walking wounded. 10 HP, and they've got no reason to fight him here, so Bait off to a great start as they secure the pistol. That's in spite of that crazy fight over towards the connector, not going their way. They managed to get past Stown, up through the catwalk.
And sure, right? Like, again, caveat, the fact that Astralis are just fielding a roster that they can to come here. But I think even in these kind of games, that's where there's going to be a lot of freedom for Stown and Yabby to play how they want, to play in that old heroic Cadian style, to be very aggressive on CT sides, to hopefully pop off today. I think these players are, without a doubt, required to play well in a matchup like this, where at the end of the day, Astralis is a favorite, and Bait are struggling right now in this tournament. Doesn't help that, of course, Stair had a bit of a horrible day yesterday, at least in that first game on Nuke. Stepped up a little bit more on Inferno against Sashi, but to no avail. But I'll be keeping my eyes on these supposed Danish superstars, because we've seen them make those deep runs. We've seen them in playoffs with MVP performances. So let's see if they can channel some of that form in this matchup. Bait playing very patient. Tucked in top mid, 3 guys. MPL having a bit of a poke around on B. Very loud on the camera. You can see the motor mouthing. He finds that B pick, but it's all a fake out. Cadian spots him. Nice shot from Cadian's scout. He gets out. MPL's just cleared B though. None of this matters. Bomb's coming back safe.
Oh, Stair, that fight. Won't be able to win it. And with the bomb heading over towards B, there's no hope now for Astralis. Oh, ho, ho.
Kurtka.
All right, Yabby. Hoping he can get out with the gun here, but they are wrapping him. They're in behind him, and they're facing him from short. So Yabby is getting boxed in here. Getting out of the round with this Galil. Starting to feel like wishful thinking as they've got him in a box. One quick kill from Yabby. Oh, he hears the flank over the stairs, but there's head trick to keep it all in check. Still, that ends up being a very expensive round for Bait.
devilish. One eco for the Danes. And Bait just charge out middle. Astralis full stack on the B site. Pretty normal round here on a low eco, near full eco. And there's definitely a chance Bait could walk into this, but right now they're probing con. The map is very quiet. The quieter it stays, the happier Bait are as they clear out more positions and set themselves up for a plant. Very methodical. And I think you can view Bait almost in a similar, but not quite the same reign as Passion UA, who we talked about a lot yesterday after beating Spirit. You know, a team that's grinding, a team that plays a lot of games online. They've already got 320-something matches, or maps, sorry, played this year, online mostly. But definitely with some LAN experience as well, in decent events. So it's a team that has the reps, and that's very helpful in knowing how to stay focused, not get tilted. You lose some awkward rounds, some awkward games, it's going to happen. But also have a deep playbook. Oh, this is weird. Yeah, it gets out with one. But yeah, having a deep playbook, being prepared for all styles. When you're grinding in the Tier 2, Tier 3 European region, you're going to have a lot of things to fall back on. So I think that's very helpful for Bait in a game like this versus a team that hasn't, barely played together in this full 5, right? The rumor was that Astralis, they knew maybe a few days before Device announced that he wasn't attending, and so they had been playing some pracs. They were trying to get this together, but probably no more than a week. Important first rifle round here for Astralis. Nice start.
Run in towards B though.
Oh.
That smoke might just send them away. That's made it very awkward, bro. Good timing on the deploy of that. To slow the roll, it's the util and apartments that sends Bait packing. Back to the drawing board now. Looks like they're going to try and link up with Alex other side of the map as he's still working through Palace. So they've left options open here of Bait. But they're going to need that kill that kind of tips the scales in their favor. And it looks like Astralis' plan re-clearing mid.
Oh.
Bomb now away from Bait, and with only 40 seconds left, it falls to Alex. That's a quick flick back up for Stare. So Astralis are on the board now.
Yeah, fantastic beginning. Stown playing the smoke spam, and Astralis hearing Bait leaving. I think the dink that Yabi gets really helps.
Nice.
And so they re-push mid as a unit. They take the brawl. They win it out. Some nice adjustments for Astralis. Get their first round on the board. And even Bait's money isn't perfect here. We'll have to cover? We'll have to suffer. I'm thinking of 2 words at once. I have to suffer a couple of losses.
All right, little timeout there as it looks like Little headset issue by the appearance of things. Of course, it's for Bro.
Can't catch a break. Bro thinks he's on the team.
Okay, that's actually fine. That's good. That's good in this
scenario.
Yeah,
it works, doesn't it?
It works on like many levels.
That's what I'm here for.
No, I was having a little look because like Device is someone who's had to be subbed out a few times across his playing career.
Sure.
The thing that's like wild is that like back in Go, obviously very different era for Astralis, but even going like past the Astralis era when he would be subbed out, they would often find success. Like
without him?
Yeah.
I remember that event Dupree was main oping and he popped off.
Well, like if I list some of the subs to you, you'll understand the time frame we're working on here.
Okay.
Pimp subbed in back in ECS. That was kind of in a good time for the Astralis squad. Yeah. Dennis stood in for them.
God, I don't remember.
Back in Blast Copenhagen.
Swedish Dennis?
Yeah. And they made a playoff run there.
Wow.
Rabino, obviously,
classic.
Became a bit of a career sub.
Oh. God, Cadian.
Stood in at one of the 2 events he did for Device. They made playoffs again.
Are there more?
Yeah.
Keep them coming.
Christo. This was in 2022.
Okay.
Stood in, and once again, they made top 4 in Espo.
Sure. Different beast now, different game. Oh, bro. This is ugly, though, because they're in B, and they've got great positions. That's too far for Essential. Could have just tucked in. Went too deep in the market. They swing together, but an ugly shot for Kurtka. It's on Stown and Stare trying to move in quick. Alex can play this bomb, just bait out head trick right now. He's got a 1v1 available in this tuck position, and he takes it. Easiest round of his life, and he swings. No kit, no rush. Take a deep breath. And Bait are 4-1 up. God, it's like Bait tried to lose that round. They did everything they could to try
Alex
to lose
was there
round.
as a reasonably safe pair of hands.
He swung. He tried to lose the round.
So Bait with a 4th.
That hurt for Cadian. That was a brutal entry. They see that under smoke, they know what that means. This ain't go no more. You can't get Dennis. What's Rabino even up to?
Cheeky laugh. Here we are, Bait with the util over towards A. Stare tucked in under the palace. I need a bit of support. Stown tries to provide it. Running through that smoke's done a lot of damage, but Bait steamroll through those 2 site defenders, 3-on-3. Alex has looked good to start this game. He's going to go up and over into the spawn, but Cadian's waiting for exactly that move. Now a gun retrieved for Bro. Oh, and DL, just the one and done. Bro even spots head trick. They know where the last man is, and that makes life very easy for Yabby. Astralis managed to collect themselves, come in for the retake, and they stick the landing. Big orb shot from Cadian. You feel like that was kind of a defining moment of the round. Not only does it then arm Bro as he's coming out through the spawn, makes him more dangerous, but it stops just that tidal wave of Bait that was washing over the A side.
Cadian's not prepared for that play. They lose the round, right? Alex will get both kills, and Cadian's reposing or setting up util. It's a very important kill for Cadian. They snowball, and they find their second, despite some quick entry work out A. And I mean, the anchors both go 1 for 1, so that's what you want to see for Astralis. They keep Bait honest, a rebuy, self-molly. Who was that, Stare?
Yeah, Stare did just molly Cadian now.
I want to play triple. No, you don't. And they've reforced back in, so all on the line here for Bait. Bomb is A. 2 coming under.
Cadian now with trust issues is backed off to the spawn. Decides to recommit. But they're already out with the Tech 9s. Good flashes. Cadian's AWP again, providing these openers for Astralis. There is MPL up in the window. He's been boosted up there. But Yabi's holding for exactly this move. So nothing becomes of it. Stown even runs down Alex over here in middle, and that leaves it all on Head Trick.
Astralis very willing to brawl right now. That's a good sign. They're going to get those kind of fights for bait, and frankly, more proven individuals should be better individuals. Astralis showing up in the gun rounds. Good to see.
КТ контролит. Походу потом прожал. Найс! Найс!
Well, that was the force buy for bait. And it did not go swimmingly. Far from it, in fact.
Drowningly, maybe. Cadian straight to mid with the spawn as well. But it's an eco, so bait just gonna run and gun it to B. Cadian top mid with the AWP on anti-eco. Hey, I admire the confidence. Bro.
Oh, this is his round. This is his round.
Oh yeah, get him all.
This is his ace. All 5 for Bro. Big smiles, wide smiles. As the MP9 farms up the bait squad.
May not get many smiles out of JKS, but just look at Bro. He's got enough for the two of them. Beautiful.
Oh, that's actually really wholesome.
All right, another rifle round, but not a lot of util for bait, so they need something poppy. Oh, and confidence play for Astralis. This is the Cadian calling we know and love. Pushing right down ramp off the spawn, and they catch it. I don't know how Essential gets a kill. That's impressive. Stairs able to reset. But Astralis 4v4. With eyes on mid, good flash. Stow makes the most of it. The kill and almost 2 deep in B. They're playing very active, but MPL hits a blinder.
Low on health though, so he doesn't want to commit to trying to take the space, and that nade from Cadian is perfectly timed.
Oh, and look at Stown as well. He hasn't stopped. He's still going for it, walking out under right now as bait group B. He could still miss this timing, but he should check this. Oh, there it is. Both kills for Stown. Finishes what he did in middle and puts Astralis up 5 with 3 alive. They are building so much money right now.
Yeah.
Astralis are starting to become unstoppable.
And, you know, a lot of the synergies felt better across these last few rounds. But the flashes kind of teeing up these peaks. They've been hyper aggressive. It's that classic Cadian called round with a lot of moving parts, a lot of aggression, faith in the individuals. Some util to help them out on their way.
And good read. 3A. Got stair tucked in. I'm great. I've only got deagles and a bit of Kevlar with no nades. I mean, this is going to be a bloodbath. Is MPL going to once again try and fake out this B site? If he's doing this on the anti-eco, just solo pushing B while his team walk out A. Cadian, easy shot. Oh, look at his eyes, though. He's looking at the map. He's got in-game leader brain. He's looking at the map. He's looking at the clock. Is he looking at his crosshair?
MPL takes contact over on B, and then the rest of them explode out on the ramp side. Stair was in a good spot to deal with this, however, and his AK churns through bait.
I don't know how they do it, man. I don't know how in-game leaders AWP. Like, it's impressive. He's won trophies doing that. It's so hard. There's so many things to worry about. You're getting paranoid, Harry. Where are my teammates? What are they doing? What's open? Where's the gap? How much time? He makes it work. Or Stair does at least. 11-3. Great game out of Stair, who started very slow to the RMR.
Yeah, if he's able to keep this up, that's a huge extra piece for Astralis. If your anchor just on the extremity over at A is not letting bait in, that removes a lot of options for the bait squad. Oh, bomb site, in fact. They might have to look for their answers elsewhere. And Astralis are aware of this, right? You've repelled so many of these A attacks. You're starting to think that bait really have to try and take this mid control. And bait were looking to do that at the dawn of this round. They were grouped up heavy for the mid fight. Stown has even pushed all the way up into the top of mid. Spots Alex on the jiggle. Takes the lead. Stairs actually moving in to lend a helping hand. One more man out through lower. Good trade from Captain Kirker. And a clean tap up on Iyabi. When you look at who you've killed here, you've found that Stair push over in mid. Should be able to read that this A site's a little more empty, especially now that you've seen the KD and AWP fire off.
Yeah, he's immediately rotating, though. He knows they're already going to take the space on A, so that reset for the bomb, Kirker's bringing it in. KD keeping the pressure on right now, seeing if he can cut it down. Bro is a long way out, smoked in the connector, looking for an angle from the catwalk. Tap, they try and fight him, they beat him. Cadian. This should be too much, and Headtrick makes it so. Not really talked about Headtrick in this team, or NPL, but exciting to see these experienced players inside of bait. Both ex-Na'Vi junior or youth players, in Headtrick's case. And off to other pastures.
Yeah, ooh, thinking.
Greener for NPL than Headtrick. Obviously, Headtrick got some time in NIP. Didn't go as well as he would have liked. And NPL leading with a lot of experience playing inside of that Na'Vi team for 6 months. Oh, MPL! Oh, that was very cheeky, but Bro's been a rock at this B bomb site so far. This would be a huge round for bait to come back 4v5, because they started so strong, but they definitely petered out towards the tail end of this T-half. They've lost their big fragger right now. Essential mid, or ramp rather, and they come up through middle. Stown stops him in connector. Oh, 2 will do. That's what they say. That's why it rhymes. 2v3 now for bait.
Both these players are knowing about, though, and they're moving into the Astralis double hold over here on A. Gotta find that first incision. Good damage. No kill yet. Leaves it all on just one man. Sent the all out from ramp. Notice he's got one pinned in. There's the flashes. Quick flick up. Isn't able to deal with Bro. And so good util there lends a helping hand to that 3v1 to stop it spiraling out of control, even as both the site players are low. Astralis do pick up the pieces down the stretch here, which is reassuring to see. A little disjointed in the beginning of the game where they fall 4-1 down. But then they embark on quite the streak to go and close out that first half.
Yeah, very nice recovery for Astralis, seeing just a lot looser rounds, right? Stown just fighting middle a lot, getting supportive utility. Got a couple of important multi-kills in that CT side. Bro never let them into B. past those first 4 rounds. Stare very active towards the A site as well. Cadian just playing more of the supportive element, not had too much impact himself. But this one's gone to plan for Astralis.
Yeah, I mean, you said about Cadian, right? Like, sure, hasn't put up crazy numbers, but I think he's called a great game. He's moved the pieces around in very classic Cadian manner. And even things like the sort of util to facilitate that got cleaner as the game went on. I remember cutting a Cadian early on the cams, and he was getting frustrated about a flash that didn't come through. That round where he got annihilated in the bottom of mid. Yeah. But as the game's gone on, they've really upticked in all of that. So big challenge ahead of Bait here as they move on to the CT side.
Yeah, and at this scoreline, they make a bit of a gamble on B. Hope for the best. 3 players got a bait and switch for Asenthal and a third at the back of bench. It feels like Astralis just wanted to prod and poke this B bomb site and have no intention of committing into it. So it's a retake round. Kurtka in spawn, 4 and 10. Very quiet game for him. He's got the smoke kit. So Bait can offer up a 5v5 post plant, but it just means they have to group CT spawn and all storm in together. Any kill that someone can get on the perimeter, NPL or the captain, would go a long way. Astralis have great positions right now.
Is it going to be a 5-man CT retake? I mean, they don't have window. They can't go anywhere else. They all have to just commit to this fight. They don't have a flash to kind of initiate either, so you really need this opening kill to go your way, and they're going to get it. Bro out on an island, gives one over. Alex able to take the lead even further. Smoke now on the bomb. That kit's not been retrieved yet. Cadian swings wide. This is a whirlwind of a pistol round. Stare can't convert. Kit picked up. Bait secured themselves a CT pistol. The 5-man push out through spawn.
Yeah, Bro's the first domino there. Didn't realize exactly how many players were in position, how quick they were going to go. As soon as they get the smoke in, they just storm out CT, and Bro's trying to repause. He had his opportunity in the pre-plant to pick his position. And Astralis fighting from a man down. The smoke causes a lot of commotion in that round. They don't know if someone's sticking, if it's just a tap. And so that's, yeah, Bro knows that's a very awkward mistake. And Astralis pay the price. They go for the force buy with a bomb plant. Heavy Mac 10s going B.
Central might have got the spot. But will that make it any easier? They are flooding him here with a bit of help from Alex. And now that rotate from MPL. This looks to get kept clean. It's only Bro left in it for Astralis. Right, 1 kill secured. Ace gets taken out of it now for Bait. They can't come running through anymore. That nade's going to find good damage. Brings him down really low. There's a flank through the short side for Captain Kurtka to try and contain this. Bro.
What?
Oh, picks up number 4. Is it another ace for Bro? Not even meant to be here. Can he be the saving grace? No, wrapped on by Head Trick. Finishes the job, but Bro gives it his all. He was shooting for multiple aces in the opening map of this elimination series. That one more impressive than the last, but 1 kill shy of it.
Yeah.
Still, it's a lot of damage. It's a bomb plant. Do Astralis put their money in again? It feels like they would have everything to gain from doing so.
Always tempting, isn't it? But it can dig you a bit of a hole if you're losing those rounds. Very nice try for Bro, putting that advert up on the wall. But
no death slam for Bro either.
No.
Like, I think he knows in his heart that was a damn good try. I was not supposed to win that 1v5. 4 out of 5 ain't bad, or 1v4.
Yeah, 1v4. Very nice try. It's enough for Astralis to justify a buy. Cadian saving, so he can still get the AWP in the next gun round, but that will be in 3 rounds' time if Astralis don't win this force. It's a scary prospect. That's a risk you're taking with this decision. Headtrick AWP known about as it fired off in the market. So do Astralis keep that in mind and just go for a standard execute on A to try and limit this AWP? It's back in CT spawn. They've got a CT smoke. So Astralis popping into Captain Kurtka under balcony, or over rather, 4 and 12. He needs a round. He can't do it. One dig by Yabi. Blind shot. Headtrick hits it, and Bait are on.
Good stuff from MPL and Headtrick to alleviate some of this early pressure. Now you can afford to wait the smokes out. A man up in the retake.
I didn't believe that. They were waiting for a lurk on B and in under, but it doesn't matter because Headtrick's just getting fed.
Down not firing off there is pretty huge. He was blind by the flash. Second one comes in, he dodges it, but the swing, triple swung. Cadian left up in this all alone. And no heroics from him. Cut down. Another plant. But Bait take themselves the lead now.
Great round for Headtrick again, right? Just compare those CT AWPs. Cadian, he had 1 round similar. For Headtrick, that's back-to-back big impact rounds, stopping Pro on his way to an ace clutch and finding those 2 shots as Astralis have to get aggressive. They had to fight spawn. But he's able to isolate very well, and Bait take the lead back. Astralis full buy. They got a bomb plant, they got the damage, but
yeah, I mean, this is kind of this is a game where you have a bunch of individuals in the server who have been identified as problems in the past on previous teams. You had MPL, who everyone's kind of struggled to get behind when he was brought into that Na'Vi squad. Headtrick, who was hit and miss, was meant to be the power piece of like that NIP team, but it was a NIP that were like very much failing already.
Yeah.
And then Bro, who, obviously was removed from Astralis. And all 3 of them are, like, topping the charts right now on the server. So, the 3 with the big points to prove.
in a game that neither team feels like they deserve to go out 0-3, right? Like, Astralis still, even with this roster, should be capable of more, and Bait know they're capable of more. They've achieved it recently with some decent land placings against decent opposition. They've lost the worst teams here. So here we go, contact out ramp. Astralis, you don't even know, Captain Kurtka, what you're in for. 2 out ramp and a Palace player who can swing off the contact.
Down dead early, MPL. There's a lot of damage in middle. It's the fall of Kurtka that's going to lead to this swarming of the A site, but these mid-fights have come up in favor of Bait.
Captain Kurtka just looking lost right now. Looking absolutely cooked in this map. Astralis again play for spawn. It's a good setup. And he needed that one. He hunts his teammate out to dry. Can he follow up with a kill? Yes, he will. Still one more. Damage done or miss. Cadian running out of chances and certainly out of ammo as the pistol battle gets one out the other way. That is ugly.
Okay, this is actually ugly. Like a really brutal second half right now for Astralis. Bait are winning all these rounds, picking up this steam on the CT side on the streaks. They're never comfortable. They're always on the edge of reset, but they are still winning them. And because of these decisions for Astralis, keep trying to capitalize, keep trying to punish the fact that they've got Bait's money down low. They're all-inning all of these rounds, but it means they're always lacking something. You know, they don't have the perfect util sets. They're playing with Galils more often than not.
Sure, but that was the round right there. That was what it's all for. Cadian saved in the previous round on their force to get the AWP, and that's what we get from it. Not what Astralis need right now.
And so now it's another cobbled together, you know, force buy where you're still trying to capitalize on all this early damage. But once again, you come into it with 3 smokes, a flashbang, a molly. That is it in terms of the util you get to play with.
That AWP is not the right device for Cadian. So he's down on a Galil now. And 0 util again, Harry. The prophecy you foretold repeats itself, and Bait continue to build in this second half of their map pick.
Like, and you can feel how problematic it is, because Astralis have the utility to get themselves into a bomb site. They could just never survive the post plant. They're never able to block the sight lines, and every time they've tried to fight for CT, knowing that they kind of have to with the lack of utility, that is where Bait have found their success. Oh, Alex.
Oh, he missed it.
Turn.
I think he saw him.
Managed to get up through con, but yeah, he did see something. Captain Kirker,
There we go.
5 kills deep. But is a part of this round as he doubles up and they pinch us down alone in the connector. Bait are sprinting towards the finish line. And this round now, that's worst case scenario for Astralis. Because while you've been super close to breaking through, you've always had Bait's money on the edge, so you've had a reason to be going for these buys. Well, in this one, you don't make a dent. They get out of the round with 5 alive. Astralis are now lacking money with no bomb plant, and your opponent has the ability to withstand a lost round.
Absolutely. They got 4 bomb plants in a row, right, to come into this half, and now that's a first round without it. So dire consequences for the Danes.
That's the nature of those, you know, those decisions to force. It's like every decision is not without risk. And the risk you run is exactly this. If you don't break through, if you never find that round that you're aiming for, you never get to capitalize on all that damage. And so Astralis have to come out with pistols here, give over 11 essentially. The one thing that could help them is they actually have more util in this round than they did in any of their rifle rounds. And so if they're able to use that to get themselves into a site and actually have util left to block and slow the retake down, maybe you're onto something. But Yabi falls early, alone out in towards B, while the rest of Astralis try and work their way up through middle.
Just smoked out.
They've been blocked over a short. Hedricks caught down as well out on catwalk.
I'm not sure what this round was, because they sent a player into B, but their end goal was B. All they did was allow Bait to pre-rotate and get a 3rd player in that bomb site. Doesn't help they get smoked off either. But even if that smoke wasn't there, they're going into the stack. Now it's just Stare fighting for survival. They're chasing him down. Nice D, second shot, almost a 3rd. Kirker puts it to bed. And Bait, anything but. They trade out. They find 11 rounds. And this is the 1 rifle round full for Astralis they're going to get. 6 rounds straight for Bait. This just feels, it's got to feel like a wasted opportunity. Because I'm with you. The justification is there. The buys are good. The plan is good. They actually get into some really nice positions, but they can't close any of them. And they're paying the price right now. They've got to pull 6 rounds in a row. Bait answering the call. Trying to take their map pick.
I mean, this is one of those games where I don't think the scoreline tells the full story to how close this could have been. Astralis was certainly not without chances to pick up this first map. Bait have done a phenomenal job at keeping their composure in these retakes and understanding the risk that Astralis took to open up this second half. The limitations that came with it. We said this already, this could be the only full buy that Astralis gets, so you hope they've got something nice up their sleeve. It's slow mid control.
There it is.
Down opens.
Ooh. Oh, out under, gone. Head trick blinded off the angle. They're out in the sight. He's going to have to hit some absolute monster shots, and Bro will deliver instead. Top performer of Astralis right now. Acadian's hunting with the orb. That'll do it. Won't survive. NPL, now the one fighting for exactly that as they come his way.
I mean, the freedom to play the round in the way that Astralis did only comes from having enough of that utility finally to get to do it, right? Problem that Astralis had there was every round you're coming into, you have like 3 smokes. Well, that kind of forces you to go for these set plays. That's why we saw so many of these set pieces out into the A site. Finally, it's left to the mid-rounding, because they have the util to take some space, a bit more left for later in the round, for when you're trying to get into the bomb site, and it looks so much better for Astralis. The big worry is just, has this happened too late? It will not be easy for Astralis to turn this one around, but it's not impossible either. Kind of shadows of all that damage done earlier on still remain, and so Bait come into this with a slightly weakened buy. But it's not to say they can't offer up anything here. They've got the AWP for head trick, rifles on almost everyone. Sentiel is the guy leaning over towards B on the MP9. That's all well and good. He can make that work.
They doesn't land as tightly as the last one. Actually brings head trick down low when he tries to peek window. Last time he did that, he took 0 damage, so bit awkward here. Beginning to rotate back to the A site, reinforce Captain Kirker, and Astralis have shown a repeated interest in these A executes. Oh my god, look at the gamble. Bait realized you don't have a lot to play with, so let's just play together. Let's just full save if we get it wrong. It's only Alex at B. It's 4 strong on the A site. Astralis are walking into the mother of all stacks.
Head trick doesn't fall off the line once the flashes rain over. He is steadfast in this ramp hold, and if this AWP can make that first incision... Oh, Stown, that is a must-win fight. They are ready for the stack. It's Stown in the Abbey.
Okay.
Making the magic happen. And even though they walk into the stack right into the belly of the beast, they get out with all 5.
That's insane. Some incredible shooting from these Astralis players, and they are looking to take every gun away. It's
a sick shot from Stown to make that work, but I mean, part of the genius as well is in the smoke, right? Like where they've thrown it, the only angle open is kind of up and around on top of Ticket.
Well, yeah, it's actually it's usually when you throw that
to stop the triple, like
or to stop Ticket holding con with an AWP, so it actually makes it look like you're lurking up connector. So it's really a fake. I think it's a fake smoke for Astralis. Like because they had no mid info. We're heavy mid. We're coming up connector through under. But Snare was middle, but he never played, and so Astralis just pop out with some good flashes. Nice. But yeah, at the same time, you're right. It does limit the angles that the AWP can play in CT, and they know head trick is sitting CT spawn every round, playing that backline. So it's multi-purpose for Astralis. Pistol pop. Oh, the flash missed.
Who threw that?
Call him out. NPL.
Oh.
All right, a couple of kills, but Astralis are happy with that. They come through with 10 rounds, and this full buy, which won't be perfect, which will lack the AWP, which may even have a problem with getting kits here on the CT side, is kind of a perfect storm for Astralis to take this map away. It felt like Bait were in full control on the CT side, Harry. They were winning all the crucial rounds. They had full control of the economy. Or at least Astralis is on the back foot, but now the Danes' second wind in this map. They can even suffer a loss. They don't want it to get that far, though.
All that early back and forth, the idea that Astralis might have taken one too many risks. Well, it's looking to pan out for them. They had one chance with full rifles, and they've made it work fully. MPL up in window. Timing on the smoke drop. They lose Headtrick in the meantime. The fact that they keep besting him, someone who's had a lot of impact for Bait.
They wanted to go B. That's a huge re-smoke for Alex.
What's KD going to cook up?
It has to go B split now, but just leaving Stair to play late lurk on short. And Bait have read it. They've lost this before, even with the right stack. Still got to hit your shots, and Astralis are sharp right now.
Flashes in from KD, trying to tee up. Rowan Yabi's push. Stair coming out from the short side. Bait. 3 players here to hold the line, and they do so successfully. Stair has to try be the difference maker. He's ready for that double swing, but can't flick off in time. And Cadian, here's a shot out from the bench. Swung on by MPL, and Bait put their pieces in the right place. Astralis walk into the stack, and this time they're not able to brave it.
And, I mean, I don't blame Cadian for going for a clutch there, right? Like, we know how much of a clutch player he is, and the impact of him winning it would basically be GG there. But that's the only way Bait were going to get an orb if you give them one. Some lovely gambles for Bait. This one actually works out. They hit map point. They get Headtrick and AWP and CT on A, and Astralis run through a Molotov up against 12. Desperate times. Headtrick's burning alive. He burns 100 to 0, full blind. Kirker 1 for 1. Bait are going to have to retake yet again.
This was where they did the bulk of the early work here to open up that huge streak on their CT side with these A retakes. Astralis never even take the space, though. That's because Cadian goes through the eye of the storm, makes it all the way through the murder hole, and now has control over the rotates. He has opened the runway up for this B play.
Surely Alex does not check this. Not this.
They're going to come through at the same time, maybe? Walks it, checks it, sure. But now life gets very hard for MPL to try and rotate. That whole market area is off limits. Cadian has saved the day in this round. And now, even now, Stair is getting aggressive, pushing up through market to play in tandem with Cadian, holding for the retake. Bait can't move. They are locked out. Cadian has locked the doors. And so it's a one-round game. Astralis shooting for overtime, and they've got a wounded Bait buy coming up in the next round. If they hunt down even one of these guns, that is a disaster for Bait.
Cadian knows exactly how bad that could be. This chase is so important. One kill would have resounding consequences. He forces it. MPL shoots back against his opposing in-game leader, and Bait managed to survive with 2 guns and the AWP in this round. But Astralis, what a mid-round. They get out A, they realize that Bait are throwing themselves into the site, not letting Astralis plant in a 3v3, looking to brawl, and Astralis just bailed. Cadian with so much room. A round-winning move. And he hit that shot like he knew that would win the game. And it just might, in overtime. Astralis trying to fight for it. Awkward misjump. Headtrick's got to try elsewhere.
Captain Kirker on the Palace push, and he's going to hear them juggling this util around. Yabi moving back over, but is this to... He's so suspicious about Palace, and with good reason. Oh, this move from Yabi. It has saved them from the danger that Captain Kirker represented.
No, I don't love that, but... Feels like he has a backstab timing.
Now there's only 2 players. MPL, 23 kills deep. The lone defender.
Whoa.
Oh, 2 quick kills. Hedrick's AWP able to help out, but it's all MPL right now. Hedrick's got them boxed in. They can't make it up through Con. Has MPL just saved the day from Bait? Blade always believed in this guy. And he gets to show us why here and now. 4 kills from MPL. Bait, it looked like they were done. It looked like this was going to overtime. NPL has saved them, and he is on for the ace. The nade will find him. It's Hedrick and Essential left up in this one. But MPL has given Bait the ultimate gift. There is no time for Stair to win this. MPL take a bow as single-handedly he secures this map for Bait.
It was done. It looked absolutely cooked. That's a 5v3. Astralis have everything. They're splitting. They know positions. And MPL out of absolutely nowhere. Long way. And even though we were disappointed, we're going to write off the Spirit game. That's Spirit running at you. But the Aurora game was underwhelming. They had a really bad first half, 2 rounds. I think we see positive, really positive pieces in this team. And if they can get rid of Astralis, increase some confidence, go into the future games, depending on draws, it's not impossible. Right, it's a team we held to a higher standard coming into this RMR, and even though they've disappointed so far, they've just pulled out a monster win on Mirage, and they're trying to go toe-to-toe on Nuke. So let's see what Bait have got for us here. Because this is the group of upsets. This is the group of underdogs. Plucky young squads. Hungry for more.
Try and wrap around the yard with this main smoke in, but Hedrick's in a good position to deal with this. Only good for 1. It's Essential right now that picks up the double kill and does the bulk of the damage to Astralis to open up this game. Stown and Stair, worlds apart. Good positioning on Stair. What does he want to do with it? Problem is, it's not like he has some element of surprise here as he goes up into heaven. Bait are more than aware what Astralis were trying to do, and so they've responded accordingly, taking away lobby control, holding onto the extremities. A player already down in B as well, while Captain Kirk waits back in the lobby. So they're prepared for this to end up on either site. It does, however, mean their forces are spread thin here. Meaning room is given to Astralis. A bomb plant should be more than achievable here. And with Stair in the position to win the round over in heaven, he's in a strong post plant. If Stown is able to harass and, get out with even a kill before he falls, this is a very winnable clutch for Stair.
He's got a great position, taps out the first, and MPL is low. He can't swing just yet. He's got to wait for Alex to close the gap, coming up through the top. Oh, Stair misses the timing, and Alex gets a kill, but still, the kit is down indoors, down repositions. Didn't know where NPL was, and you're right, that bomb is backside. NPL, if he dies instantly, though, none of this matters. He got to buy a few more seconds here, tucked in, stalling the clock, hits the shot, and they get that 10-second stick as well. I thought there was no way with that kit down in main, but Stair hits a very awkward timing, and Stown, a powerful position, somewhat negated by his teammate's death. Unfortunate pistol for Astralis. They make the most of a bad situation. But Bait play that very calm. Great to see MPL not speed out Vent to try and trade his teammate either. That's, if he does that, Alex, no way he can win it.
NPL seems keen on keeping up that strong start. Hard control. All right, Stare has complicated matters a little bit with that scout. Something interesting here is Astralis as well. Even though they get that bomb plant, this time they don't play for the early pressure. Outside of this scout, that's really the only exciting thing for them in this round. And so there's a way this round can feel like a victory without winning anything, and that's just if you're able to get away with some damage here, soften up the money. You've got the good times still ahead of you for Astralis. The turning point for them on Mirage being when they finally got to have a full buy and they weren't playing with crazy limitations. So as they make their way out towards this top site, that scout continues to paint bait with damage. 2 kills and the bomb makes it down lower. That should be a plant secured here for Astralis. Even more money made. Stare!
What?
Catching head trick, dropping in.
No death call?
They could win this. Astralis. That scout has been worth its weight in gold. Essential trying to close the gap. He's sticking this. Stare, you could stop it right now. P250 lands the dink, gets him off the defuse, and now he's got to look for the kill. Stare can toy with him. The double doors is a strong post plant. Faking again. Essential feels like he's feeling so much pressure here. And so it gets away from him. Stare, a huge 4K, a huge round. On that hero scout, Astralis upset early on.
Beautifully played.
Turns out less is more for Astralis here.
Apparently so. Beautiful round for Stare. I mean, the fake on the door, just about getting him off the defuse to the second left. But where's the dead call head trick? Stare was on his screen, and he drops in unknown. Maybe they thought he saw him. No one says anything. And that's a huge win for Astralis, who didn't even expect to win that round. Come through with a good, take over a top bust. You got to save.
Didn't really know what Essential was doing there in the 1v1 either.
Lost pressure.
The 10-second stick just seems wild. And like he wasn't covered from anything either. I don't know. I have a lot of questions.
Well, I mean, what can you do there, right?
Like 1v1.
When the player has the window and the door control, like they can just play with you. Look at Stage. He didn't even peek. He just double E'd the door and forces you to get off the bottom because he could push you. Like, ironically, if you stick that, it's your best bet of winning the round if he doesn't peek. Like, you can't force the kill. If you run door, he runs window, he jumps out, you're in a ring around cat and mouse game. It's kind of, you're cooked. You're cooked, Harry. Heat of the moment. Astralis clean anti-force, but bait save, so they go again. Astralis very good at the passive lobby outside take. Oh, that's a beautiful play for Alex as Yavi gets tucked in the corner. Astralis now just kick up the pace. They know that they have full info, so there's nothing wrong with making it clear where they are. Getting aggressive towards heaven, and they can overwhelm the site with some rifles fighting in. I like TKD and let his rifles roam here. He could drop in. So Util coming in, being methodical. Molly in the hut. This is going to have to be a retake with no kids.
And 2 players down the vent. Alex does heat things up a little with that kill. Stound's able to deal with him from heaven. They fly up the vent. Bro now falls as well. Cadian's trying to alleviate some pressure by taking away the hut control.
Uh-oh.
Gonna get run down. MPL finds him down in this all alone. 8 bullets in the AK, 6 shots left. Every shot counts right now for Stown, and he can't convert. The stick is working. MPL holds the bomb, and his teammates cover him. Bait with the reply.
All right, we got a crazy game of Counter-Strike, Harry. That's lock-in. It's going to be insane. We're going to see a lot of these just ridiculous rounds. Eco wins from both teams. I can't believe that. Cadian really trying to force the issue in Hut as well, re-swinging into 5-7s. Astralis are feeling the pressure of this match.
NPL, good spot for him here as the yard smokes are in. Now they will just path on by. Alex burnt to a crisp early on, and now MPL hears the footsteps down at lower. Senthiel's been dispatched to try and home in on this lower bomb site a little bit. He's even got support from Headtrick over at ramp, but they lose Captain Kirka in the meantime. That's over on A. Astralis making in with the bomb, but they haven't cleared out Senthiel. That's one back. Oh, Molly into the back of the site, trying to displace Bro. He swings wide. Deals with the pesky dark player, MPL. Alone down on B. Look at that mini-map.
Is he trying something late, Harry? Is he hanging around for the old Jambo? That's what they call it these days.
No way he gives him a Jambo.
You have to run a long way on this side.
No way he gives him a Jambo.
I think Stair's in position to stop it.
He's going to try. And now you see Alex saving. Now you see Alex saving.
They're on it. They're on it. Oh, wait, no time.
No time.
I like that he tried. Astralis was super aware of that, by the way. They were like late off of ramp. They were late at a single. The call was don't get ninjured. But I like that he tried. These games are always fun. 0-3 is the loser of this series. Ancient is our final map if Astralis can drag us there. Quick cross outside. Astralis utilizing these smokes round after round. Yeah, be a little more present in the lobby this time inside the hut.
MPL here, right place. He's even got Alex here to back him up. And Alex takes first contact. MPL steals himself away, but he's been spotted. A little too wide on the angle, gives over that double kill down in secret, so the attempt to remedy this outside control does not work for Bait. And now Cadian threads the needle perfectly. Here's them drop out from heaven. Captain Kirka is blindsided. Headtrick already needs to think about saving this AWP, and Essential much the same on the M4.
Yeah, that was the call from the get-go as well. It only just gets helped out more by the fact that they killed both secret players pushing. Cadian was always wrapping around the world. Astralis using these smokes, but playing very deep CT. So Bait needs to keep eyes outside right now. Right, at the moment, they're just using Heaven. They're just spotting. So very dangerous. Oh, that is a problem. Not surviving that one. Maybe nor this. They're everywhere. It's deathmatch, no ammo though. Doesn't reset here. Stair finds the kill and the AWP for Cadian. Oh, C says no. No AWP. They are playing very loose in the yard, so. Up against pistols now.
Yeah, I think the pacey nature of the rounds has been helping Astralis a lot. The speed at which they're able to take this outside control, and you feel like the AWP maybe slows that down a bit.
You might see him buy Mac 10 here, to be honest.
Yeah. Keep it out of there. Now, Captain Kirker had a very rough opening map. There's kind of no denying it. And Bait was still able to win in spite of that. The thing that's, I think, sucked in this game is he's off to a slow start again, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily through his own doing. Oftentimes, it's been Astralis finding holes, and he's ended up getting shot in the back a hell of a lot, like in this round from Cadian.
Nice, man. I got play bait.
But that won't help him feel like he's going to be able to get activated as he starts this one off 1 and 5. They take the full eco. On the board.
Wait.
Captain Kirker!
No, not like this.
2 kills off of the USP. Guns retrieved, but that swing from MPL's punished. Another kill from the USP. Oh my god, they've done it on a full eco. Essential and Captain Kirker light up Astralis, just the USPs.
Not even rifle kills, Harry.
Like Sam Fisher. Swinging wide, USP pulled, and destruction the way of Astralis. That is an embarrassing round to lose.
The hitmen of Bait. Bullet in the back of the head. They find out the hard way. Dude, what? How have we had 3 eco wins already in 7 rounds? That is unconscionable. Oh god, MPL, great position. He's even been baited in a head trick. One tap.
That was a one tap, 1 bullet, 1 shot. And now they don't know about MPL back here in Garage. Down does look suspicious. It's a lineup.
Oh dear. Well,
Down, of course. Finds a way to get Cadian in the crossfire.
oh, this is the wheels of off, Harry. The car is rolling downhill. Clunk, 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 crash.
This has been very good for Astralis. Let's see if he's able to maneuver past CT. He's not. Head trick. Great round from him. So now it's just down. 3 kills to his name already.
You arsehole.
It's down, looking for even more here, but Alex catches him out in the yard, and so Bait tie this game up at 4-all.
Oh dear. Oh dearie, dearie, dear. Look, it's entertainment. I'll give you that. But there's also careers on the line. And right now, Bait are shipping rounds straight down the barrel.
It's that 1 scout by again.
Oh, or at least
that was how the... well, this was exactly what happened last time.
Picked up.
Cadian died with it, and then Stair went on a tear. This time it's all looking a little bit different, though. Yabi now with the cursed scout. It's not blessed in this round. 1 quick kill from Yabi. They've got him pinned in. Oh my god, Yabi! Can he do it again? No, finally stopped.
Dude, this is out of control. This is out of control. You can't analyze this. You can't break it down. You just have to enjoy. Live in the moment. Soak it in, folks. Madness. Bait making the most of this situation. 5-4. Full buy for Astralis. They're still playing with pace, Harry. They refuse to go quiet. They refuse to go calm. Straight into the ramp room. Mac 10's firing off.
Backstab in, Captain Kirker. That USP round has brought him back to life. Brimming with confidence now as he chases Astralis in through the lobby, and it's like, sure, you've got ramp, but where do you go from here? All the extremities are held. 2 players down on the B site, lobby taken, hell being watched by the head trick AWP. Astralis gonna try and brave this B site. That's where Alex And Ascenthial lie. You want to go 1 for 1 at worst if you're bait. Smokes come in. Ascenthial even caught one. They weren't ready for the smoke. And now bait lay down the pain. MPL on that rotate in.
Break is good.
A lot of damage onto MPL with the util. That's going to stifle his ability to play into this. Captain Kirka, where they've lost rounds before, is losing this double door control. This time he plays for it early, and it's just Bro left standing. One in at ramp with the spam, turns around, damage onto Headtrick. Captain Kirka swings him wide, and with a bit of help from MPL's flashbang, Beta teed up. The run away with this CT half.
Astralis need to pull the pace out of this game. They absolutely have to slow it down. Like they're playing exactly into what Bait want, which is very fast rotates, which is no fakes. Think about Astralis' early rounds in this game. There were rounds where they were running smokes. They had Lurker outside going for heaven. They had Yabi in lobby. It gives you the option to commit secret. It lets you pull back out if you don't want. If you're just going fast, then Bait are going to full rotate. They're going to believe what you're selling them. They're going to go 2B, and you're going to go into the stack. You're going to lose. Astralis are meant to be the better team. They are absolutely the more experienced team. They have to showcase that with a better pace. Not in this round. You can rush them down. It's Tech 9s after all, but where are they going with it? Orb fires off Headtrick. They're not respecting the CT molly, but he gets at least 2 kills for it. Orb given over. Yabi. I mean, anyone can do it on this team. There's 3 good candidates on the AW. He's going to have a go. But Bait just retake lobby. A nice 2-man push. A lot of information granted. Could even leave a player here. There's an early warning system. Canary in the coal mine. Captain in the Kurtka. And Astralis go round back to main, but I feel like Bait have pieced this one together. Look, 2 players holding main. And MPL checking lobby timing. He even has the cross. They can smoke him off. That's all they've got.
Alex back at the site has support from the captain. Captain Kirka roars to life. MPL falls back in the lobby.
Nice shot.
Alex picked up as well. Oh, but this guy is switched on. All it took, couple of confidence building pistol kills, and look at him. He is the captain now. 3 kills from Captain Kirka seals the deal on a 1-out half for Bait in a game where Astralis looked like they had all the speed, all the momentum. It's broken out. It's a flat violence, a brawl that Bait are winning.
Yeah, I love that he's leaning into it. He's playing very confident. He's re-clearing. Bait are not static on this CT side. You're telling me this is Astralis' first pause? This is their first pause? After the game we've had, after the eco wins, after the rushes, they call a pause on round 12. Sign of the times. 5 rounds in a row. And it's Bait who won Mirage from a 5-7 half down. This time, they have the option to even take 8-4. Smokes outside again. Headtrick goes for the ramp pick. Astralis look like they want to meet him there, but he's forcing the issue. Oh, the last player sneaking in. Got to get out. Teammate there for support. Essential is essential. 2 AK spray kills. Bomb loose. And flank Kirka. Look at him. Back for more.
What are you even doing against this?
Nothing. You lose. You get eliminated. 4 majors in a row. This would be for Astralis missed.
Longest standing Astralis member present. Wants to do everything in his power. to turn this one around.
They don't even have the bomb, Harry.
No, it was caught up in that Sentinel 2K over at ramp. It's having to go back for it now. You're always wondering, where the hell is Captain Kirka? The newfound star, trekking around the map, always in behind Astralis. And so Stair goes looking for him. Re-smoke in. Oh dear, Astralis, they have to go through. They can't afford to wait that smoke out. And they line up for Captain Kirka. Slow starter, but a strong finish. 13 kills deep on a one-out half for Bait. A runaway CT side leaves Astralis feeling down in the dumps here on their map pick. What could very well be the Astralis squad's last map played at this RMR if things don't course correct soon.
Unbelievable. Captain Kirka has got them in his jacket pocket. And there is simply nothing Astralis can do about it. They were trading rounds out early. Harry, they won round 2 with just a scout on an eco after losing pistol. But not only did Bait win a 5-7 5-man round, but they won a full eco with USPs. Captain Kirka's lobby aggression was unrelenting in this defense. More like an offense, and that's exactly where Bait move right now, to try and knock Astralis out of contention, to humiliate them. And Astralis that will not be fielding a single map here at the RMR unless they pull this game back.
Stair deserves some justice as well. Like, he was, even in like the old device-led squad, he was one of the guys you were looking towards alongside like a bro, and he wasn't given the best performances, sure. Not in like the positions or the roles to offer up the crazy big numbers. He's the one guy who's really given it his all across both of these maps. For Gabby and Stown, they always had this unavoidable association with struggling and falling off in the truly important moments. And in the past, those important moments were where you were close to the glory, where you were close to the gold. Well, now it is just for survival, but it's a very quiet game from Stown. Sitting down bottom of the board with last-minute stand-in bro. Stown in this pistol and Cadian have to be the two to try and turn it all around. And Stown does have the timing for this backstab, but he can't make it work. Head trick, 3 kills, Bait, pistol secured on a winning map. 9-4 up, an eco for Astralis. Double digits should be all but guaranteed for Bait.
And yeah, there's no weak player for Bait here, but it's also just great to see, aside from Kirka, the redemption of Head Trick inside of this team. He's looked really, really solid. Big 3K in this pistol round as well. Redeemed from his time in NIP, as many have been. And MPL leading his team to victory on map 1, a map that felt like it was destined for overtime. Out of the Na'Vi jersey. And in a team of rookies around him, beating out one of the most legendary organizations, if not the most, in Counter-Strike history. Cadian forced down to B. Astralis have a 5-on-4. They've done good damage here. But Bait don't bite. They leave a lurker on ramp. They go back to lobby. This is an A split, and there's no heaven control. Kirka shouldn't be aware of this. And Stown has just moved in to defend. But timing is everything on this lurk, as Bait set up for what inevitably will be a top split into Stair and Yabi. Two of the brightest sparks in this series for Astralis. Dot their I's, cross their T's, Bait check the spawn. And they recommit to ramp. No, they don't. Oh, they're walking there. No, they are going for this A split. Stown re-clearing, runs away. Oh. Now they're in trouble.
Oh, Gabby falls. Bait try to move in. They dealt with Cadian in the vent. Stairs. Heroic final. Last stand is not enough. He's tagged them all up. It's a lot of damage. Stand in, bro. One you didn't think would ever get to don the Astralis jersey again is now left with their life in his hands. Both players tagged up. Bro. Moving in. No kills to be found. Captain Kirk teed up for the clutch in heaven, even if he manages to flank onto Hedrick over here in main, but turning at the last second. Bro is cancelled out. And Bait, save face, as that last stand from Stair is not enough for Astralis.
Yeah, Stout even fakes Captain Kirker out. He read it, he guts off the ladder, but Kirker heard him drop and just wins the heads-up duel. That's all Bait needed. I can't believe they even jump into the vent to kill Cadian. How unnecessary. But another kill. Add it to the cabinet. Astralis skulls stacking up. Been too long since this team had trophies. Now they're not even in contention. Full eco. And Bait won't make the same mistake. A methodical anti. They go back. Look at how yeah, they just know. There's no reason to make this at all weird, at all complicated. Pressure on A, late smokes at a minute. Bait are absolutely not going to throw this game. I can say that with so much confidence right now. They are playing it by the book, by the numbers. A late secret cross, and Astralis can't afford to just gamble down vent. They can't even cross past door. So this is just Bait walking the red carpet into B. A bomb plant waiting for them. Astralis pushing lobby is their best bet, but even that is not enough.
I mean, sure, they find Alex, but it's not a winning recipe to a round. He's done like 350 damage to the four of them. They're going to be saving and guarding this one AK. Much like Mirage, Astralis have one fall buy between them and this being over. The difference there was they were at least competitive. They were able to close the gap. They'd done damage. There were signs of life that were just falling on deaf ears. Here, it's been no contest. With the reactivation late of Captain Kirker, MPL is no longer a requirement to win this map. Everyone is firing on all cylinders for the Bait squad. Tactically, they've been outperforming Astralis early on. That fast pace was teeing Astralis up nicely, but it takes them too long to move away from that, too long to adapt. And so on no conceivable metric are Astralis matching up of Captain Kirker. MPL is no longer a requirement to win this map. Everyone is firing on all cylinders for the Bait squad. Tactically, they've been outperforming Astralis early on. That fast pace was teeing Astralis up nicely, but it takes them too long to move away from that, too long to adapt. And so on no conceivable metric are Astralis matching up to Bait right now.
I just can't believe that they fell into this rushing on the T side. No timeout, no time to breathe. They were definitely overwhelmed by the pressure. And they were just playing into exactly how Bait wanted to meet them. This isn't even a good map for Bait, right? We call them a grind team, and they have a lot of games logged, they have a lot of experience, but this map is in the negatives for them on the numbers. They have, you know, awful wins v teams that aren't even here, like losses, sorry, the teams that aren't here. Like, this is not a go-to Bait map if you were thinking that. And Astralis just played into their hands. Sure, there's a lot of outside noise. There's a lot of stuff going on. They don't have the most famed Astralis player who departed right before this event.
And don't get me wrong, losing Device is a hard hit. You know, he's not an easy man to replace. But still, you have the multiple-time major playoff attending and even grand final attending core of that old heroic squad. You have Stare having some fantastic games to go alongside it. Bro, he's had some good maps, he's had some bad maps, but he was a last-minute stand in here.
Best performer
like
last map.
You should have still had enough pieces to be able, when you look at who they've played, right? This is Astralis, the team that used to win everything.
Yeah.
The most decorated organization in Counter-Strike, and you look at who they've lost to, 9 Pandas and Sashi, and now potentially Bait, without making a dent on their map pick. You know, this used to be the team that was always in the conversation to win every trophy. They'd won multiple majors 4 times over. And
it's just
not only are you a long way away from ever talking about them winning anything again, this isn't some, you know, losing out and incomparable to the high heights. This is a new low. Stown, with 1 kill in this round, has at least softened the blow. MPL, dead out in the yard. But Bait, they don't let up. They're crossing with these smokes down.
Captain Kirk, 16 and 6, finds down. Yabi untraded, but he is trapped. And Alex just walked out. Yeah, he can just take him down. On top of the rafters, Alex stopped. Stare in a position to do so, and a 1v4 that will not kick off. Just going to be a save in secret. He could even justify peeking for damage, and so he doesn't die after time. But Essential saves, and Astralis starts their almost impossible comeback in this map. Because it wouldn't just be that it happened, it would be how it happened. For me, at this scoreline, against those opponents, and Bait jump on it early before it's too late. Timeout coming in, 5-11 down, or up rather. KD and Zorp is out.
For Bait, what matters is not letting Astralis streak anything together. Like, you have Astralis down and out for the count, essentially, right? Biggest enemy for Bait is themselves right now. In a high-pressure position, you don't want to even be considering a comeback. So you could dodge all that danger by picking it up here and now. They go in a bro. Katie in there to lend a helping hand. That orb fires off from hell. And PL gets them into the ramp room. That's pressure applied. Astralis concede this. They've already got Yabi down at lower. But you're going to wait for the reaction. See if Astralis give them anything.
Oh, what a shot for Cadian. Through the vent, through the smoke. But they still get up heaven, and right now it's not being watched. Cadian repositions to the door. Now he's got it.
Where's this come from? Where's this come from? He's on for the ace. Cadian was bottom of the board coming into this round, and he gets all 5 from nowhere.
Can that inspire any energy? Can that recommit Astralis to this comeback? It's CT Nuke. It should be where you're comfortable. Cadian trying to get pumped up. Sick round.
In that one round, he got more kills than he had in the entire game so far.
Back against the wall.
Well, you know, one thing that Cadian got very used to over the years was in high-pressure moments having to be the guy to stand and deliver.
Yeah. I mean, for the longest time on the stage, he was the only guy performing. When he was on Heroic, it was down, you know, just falling off, and Cadian doing his best to carry his entire roster of young players through.
you know, we're still a long way from being able to say that Cadian's the only one doing anything. In fact, he was close to doing nothing heading into that round there. But if this can be a bit of a turning point, if Cadian can now start outputting himself, maybe there's still some hope for Astralis. They've not made it comfortable. They've really left this to the last possible minute.
And I don't blame Bait for how they're playing, but it's also interesting to watch them really slow down. Of course, they were just reacting to Astralis' pace in that first half, but that's what pressure looks like, right? You don't want to jump around, you don't want to make a mistake, but really, I think overwhelming Astralis and playing a bit pacier is a good recipe to success. But it's a very different game. Now, what's on the line? Bait knowing how close they are. On a T side of a map that has not done them well this year. Only an eco right now. Astralis keeping it clean enough.
4 rounds the difference. There's going to be plenty more buy rounds for Bait between now and a tie game. But these scorelines close up quick, and for Astralis, you know, nothing was going right in this game. Nothing was working. But finally, they've got something to latch onto here. And they've given themselves a second chance late into this series. Inspired by the Cadian ace. Inspired by these strong performances from Stare. Let's see if they're able to offer up any more resistance. I think when you put on that Astralis jersey, it's about something bigger than just yourself. Representing the name, the country, the nation for the longest time. This was the team that Danes looked to.
Cadian in the right position. This shot, he goes for the jumping player, and he still finds Captain Kirk-Cut. Cadian dropping a smoke, trying to buy a few more seconds so Bro can come in and help out, gets one. Cadian couldn't pick his side. Gets swung. Essential, making this round interesting again. 2v3 now, and they're gambling. Not only is it double lower for Astralis, they don't even have A. Stares in the lobby, forcing Astralis to play a retake. Are they going to come with the vent, though? They might have to be grouping ramp for safety, if nothing else. And diligent clear on this top site before presumably Headtrick drops in with the bomb. And this, you're not playing heaven either. This might catch you off guard. Essential on the rafters over the hut, an uncommon post-plant position. Could be the round-winning position.
I mean, you are aware that Bait have heaven. That's the route they would have had to have taken to get into this top side. But yeah, that's why this position from Essential is kind of the make or break right now for this Bait squad. Flashes stream in, Astralis. You've had aces to help get yourselves back into this game. But now you've got to stick the landing on this 3v2. A lot of damage from Essential, but not enough to win the round. Astralis hold on. The gap continues to close. The pressure continues to build. Can Bait rise to the occasion, or will Astralis make this a series after all? Have they done just enough to save themselves the embarrassment of an RMR exit without a single map won?
Certainly not yet, but it is in consideration. That's 4 rounds in a row, off the back of Cadian finding the ace as well.
Nice, boys.
Nothing to lose in trying. Final tactical timeout for Bait. Absolutely feeling the burden of this situation. But still a team that has brought tenacity to this series. And this round is freeing in a sense. Tech 9 armor, bits and bobs, lob them in, and hope for the best. Wall outside. and maybe an early A split. If they can come in through main, we've got a silo player ready to play his timing. MPL looking like he wants to fake lower right now. After the spam, he can storm across. He sneaks as well. There's Captain Kirker dropping in. Flash will not stop Yabby though. Cadian in the vent. They come back up. They hit that top side. They find 2 entries.
MPL slows his roll for a moment. His teammates managed to keep the pressure on. Headtrick with another, but MPL now knowing about, and they are ready to receive. Astralis able to withstand an up-tempo round from Bait. Sometimes those can be the ones you trip up on, where the freedom is a little bigger for Bait, the pressure's a little lower, you're not expected to win it. So for that brief moment, Bait played more like themselves, but Astralis have been able to keep it in check.
It's getting tense now. 1 gun round separates an even scoreline from an 11-4 lead. Bait have it in them. They've got to answer the question now.
I think in the same way as all, we were a bit miffed that Astralis never took a timeout. Bait going to be in need of them too.
They've just burnt their 3rd last round.
Ooh.
They called it out early. They called it out immediately.
Yeah, to try and get ahead of it.
After they lost their 1st round on this half, they called it out. Then they called another after the previous rifle round.
Okay.
But that was it, because they used their first in the first half.
No more of them.
No more timeouts till overtime.
So suddenly, all right then, you're playing for the OTs, down from the heavens.
Okay.
Captain Kirker, nice opener. There's the reply out of Stair. Nearly 20 kills deep is Stair.
Behind you.
Oh, they're right in. And Stair turns around on a dime. Last 2 players are churned up. Astralis, it's a 1-round game.
Oh my.
And suddenly the vibe is completely different.
Oh my.
Cadian from 4 kills to 12 is now screaming the place down, calling some confident rounds. Stair and Yabby are keeping up the strong performances that they have done. It started to take some shape for Astralis. He had no reason to be acting like that earlier on, did Cadian.
The ace. It was the ace, Harry.
The mindset shift that came with it.
That did change everything. You could feel it in the moment. That changed everything. Now Astralis have a reason to fight. 1 round behind.
They're gonna try and exploit Bro in at ramp.
Good move. He's bottom of the board. On his own. Gets a shot through the smoke. Bro lines him up. Knocks him down. Low health on Alex. He cannot stop Bro. Looking for another ace in this series. Denied. But his job absolutely done. 3 kills. Did what they asked him to. And now plunge Bait into another slow crawl. For Astralis have everyone in the right place. Hell contained by the AWP. B with 2 CTs. And the lobby reset and a hard clear for Stair. There is no way in here for Bait. They've got to get clean headshots on this B site.
Not gonna happen. Yabby's already down here. He's got support as well. Down in the window. Sure, it's 1 kill given away, but it tees up Yabby to go for that swing.
No way. No way.
And now it's a tie game.
11-4 down.
You know, I think Bait have very much started to fall victim to the pressure ever since that 1st round went against them. But it's nice. It was a big shift in how Astralis have been playing. They were playing this whole second map almost like it was over, like it was like just a predetermined fact that they were out of the RMR. And finally, that belief is back. That fire is burning for the Astralis squad.
What you play for.
Cadian is the fire starter, the man that got the ball rolling.
He's twisted. He's twisting the knife right now in Bait's back. Is there any hope? Can Bait gasp for air? Playing so slow on these T sides, feeling constricted from spawn. They do late smokes. Cadian again in the round-winning position, perhaps. He isn't peeking outside. He won't get that early info on the commitment behind the smokes, but it certainly looks to be a reality here. And Cadian can play his fallback, a shot and drop. He was whiffing earlier on this game. He was missing simple kills. Cadian's recovery all comes down to this. 1v5 down lower.
Yeah, the ace might have been the thing that got the ball rolling. But these kills right here, these are the ones that define the entire map. And he secures the opening, and now he has disappeared.
Scared of ramp as well. They've kind of screwed him. He doesn't have any ramp info, so he's got to watch a lot of positions right now. Bro hasn't re-cleared it. Cadian in hot water, 20 seconds. They have to just overwhelm him on this B-bomb site. That's their only chance.
Abby's dropping in to lend a helping hand, and the timing on this is good.
This is done. No way you win this.
10 seconds as you try to make your play. Bait are terrified. They get past Cadian, but they need that plant. Right now, Yabi can stop the entire round, and he does. Swinging out, bomb plant denied. Astralis might have one map left in them after all.
This would be their first map win in Shanghai in this RMR. Falling to 9 Pandas on Nuke. Crumbling against a lesser Danish team of Sashi, so we think, on Inferno. And back broken by NPL on Mirage. This was ready to be written off, and Astralis 8 rounds straight.
Echoes!
One more for Astralis.
It's going to sting for Bait, knowing they had so many chances, so many opportunities to at least get this one into OT, but this is what they're left with. An Astralis that's form have suddenly reignited down the stretch. The more experienced, the more tenured, looking to come out ahead on Nuke.
They know, they're going 4A. They've just cleared outside with smokes. Astralis have, or 3A rather. Cadian's rotated ramp instead, but still, this is not an easy round for Bait yet again.
Staring Yabi, 2 chart toppers for Astralis. They're the ones entrusted with this site hold, and they have demonstrated consistently that they are a safe pair of hands. Cadian moves in for the backstab. It's just MPL, and no heroics today for MPL. No Dream 4K to save Bait at the final hour. This one is going to a 3rd map as Astralis lock in, log on, and survive the night.
Ready to kick him out of the tournament, but Astralis with a monumental comeback from 11. I'd say it before that. Set it at 10-4 on the anti-eco that they won. They got 11-4. They lose. They save outside. Then Cadian aces at 11-5. And at that point, I was with you. We bought him pretty early on that Astralis comeback. We bought when the stocks were low, Harry. And they paid off. It's just a shame I shorted them in the first half. But here we are. No short change for this series. You're getting what you paid for. 3 maps. For elimination 0-3 in the RMR. Say goodbye, Shanghai. For whoever can't take this 3rd one.
Last game was the ironic process theory, or the pink elephant paradox at work.
Sure it was.
Theory states that when someone tries to avoid something, it makes it more likely to happen.
Otherwise known as the caster curse. Into the B site. Bait. 5v4. No smokes down. This is very tricky. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Bro! What are you doing? Bait, they're stuck. Oh. And Bro's trying to help them. MPL on the line. Runner and the Doolies are only good for the double. Bro carries Astralis through to a pistol round win.
Well. Well.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Fit as a fiddle. Astralis with a pistol. They had no right winning that. Very weird. They go for a long pond. What's he apologizing for? Not acing. They go for the long plant, but they don't actually have the manpower on long. They get flashed off when they go for that. So one flash really just tees Bro up to steamroll that round.
The thing I'm really worried about is like...
Yeah? Which
vibes matter.
Yeah.
They do. Like
Astralis have good vibes.
You kind of hate to admit it, and like Astralis, understandably so for many reasons, have had pretty horrible vibes across the RMR so far. But they seem very hyped up, and when people are like this, you know, you're calming more, things are flowing better, you're talking to each other, you're able to write things off easier, you're not just sitting there in silence thinking about every mistake you ever made that led to this moment in a game.
Yeah.
And you know, things look positive out of the gate, whereas for Bait, I don't know. They've not been in positions like this as often as Astralis have. Hell, one thing you can say about that heroic squad back in the day was they got really good at writing off the horrible losses. And same even for Stair in the kind of like revolving door of this roster that he's seen players come and go. Now, for Bait, where you could look to save the morale is a cheeky little, you know, get on the board early with a 4-spy, and that's the situation that's presenting itself to them right now.
Cadian, though, on the edge of the smoke, and he's on a nice off angle. They do get a trade. The smoke spam goes a long way. Almost takes out MPL, the spam wall from the other side. And Hedrick's so low. A chance shot through the smoke. Ends this round, and Fate comes in, Stown spotted, but he's not going to give away the kill. There's no time to play buggers as Stown shuts it down, and Astralis get rid of that force.
Nice. Nice, boy. Good, boys.
Just look at how Astralis are playing right now, though. They're very oppressive. They are getting up in Bait's face. And even last round, they're doing the classic Cadian calling, right? They're getting Yabby pushed in with that deep B cubby position, then they're fully rotating, making a gamble. This is a really good gamble team, or at least the core was. Making a lot of good reads, but not always just like random gambles, based off of a bit of information that they just fully trusted. Nice deagle, but
yeah, that was a nice shot. But yeah, it's the end of the line, right?
Yeah. I can confidently say, well, he's not winning this round. I am a man who can be trusted. I'm a confident
let him cross.
Man. I know it's over, Harry. Cadian's got an off angle again.
Oh no. Okay, thank God. Cadian able to keep it all in check. Yes. And so 3-0 secured. Hat-trick from Cadian. And Bait bringing out the rifles.
Here we go. Very important to start strong for Bait. All can be forgiven on a third map. Do Astralis keep the pressure on that they've showcased in these last 2 rounds? They'd stack in mid. Alex delayed pop in middle. Smokes the Molotov. They boost over. Cheeky little move for Astralis. Might catch him a 5v4. That's how
there it
do
is.
it.
Yeah, little gimmick to grab that advantage.
Massive.
I'm so worried. I can't help but shake the feeling this third map is going to be a blowout. And so Bait will kind of just leave the RMR with the feeling that they were 2 rounds away from surviving at least one more game and having the chance to carry on. And that might be the closest they ever get, because Astralis are playing, following the footsteps of how that old, very successful heroic squad used to play. MPL trying to be a difference maker here, but Sential just catches an awkward timing, and that leads to his fall down. MPL doing everything he can to keep them in this. But they lose MPL over in middle. One back from Captain Kirker. They're going to chase down Yabi over in Donut. Headtrick needs that kill, and he's going to get it. Bomb plant in. Bro only just arriving. They've got off the bomb to fight him. And Headtrick will get the trade. Oh, it's close.
Yeah.
It's not far from comfortable for Bait, but they do put a round on the board.
All right, experienced players have been the key here for Bait in this series at the end of the day, right? We talk about this Paris choke, and even in the road to Rio, they, went 2-1 and lost 2 BO3s in a row to not go through. But both of those rosters were different. Neither of them were necessarily the core, only Alex and Captain Kirk are remaining from those lineups. And so since this addition of experience in NPL, in Headtrick, needs to come up for Bait, because they are outmatched, outgunned on the Astralis side. Not in this round though. Orb gets smoked off on the long side. Katie looks like he wants to go and break it, try and get a pot shot in. He finds one, he finds two. They make it into the site, but at what cost? Cadian making it expensive. And Yabi might keep the pressure on. Shot through the cave, leaves Alex in a predicament.
And he's living on borrowed time with this backstab. Nice and easy for Stare. So not even the perfect buy there for Astralis. Cadian lends a massive helping hand with that double up through the smoke. 4-1 lead locked in. One thing kind of is for certain here, you're going to be looking MPL Headtrick, and I also want to see Captain Kirker keep up his sick recovery. I think they're the three you're going to really need here if you're Bait. And so even though you were just kind of celebrating the success from the last round where you start 4v5 and you have to recover and it takes that sick little multi-kill from MPL on the mid lurk, you're instantly brought back down to reality by Astralis. Bait now broken. They've got a hero gun on MPL, Tech 9s for everyone else. And a deagle for Captain Kirker. I think you can even tell that Cadian feels a little less burdened in this third map. His individual form is looking better. He's able to focus on himself a little bit more. Now staring the Abbey. Trade the contact perfectly here to melt the A play. And Bro moves in right at the end. Astralis, strong start to Ancient.
Very strong. They couldn't really ask for more from Astralis at this point. Even the one round Bait win comes down to a 1v1. And they were immediately broken. Now they've got a rebuy. And they've got to return to form that they've showed on both maps. Just not the second half of Nuke. They were the ones who pulled a comeback on Mirage, keep in mind. But this is just, I think the point you're making about how this is a different Astralis, they're playing with far more gumption. Look at them go. That's down, that's a Stown we know. Been a quiet series for this guy, but 3 kills rushing through a smoke.
Yeah, it's just, it's an unfortunate matrimony right now because while Bait are at their lowest, Astralis are at their peak in this series.
Oh.
And it's nice to see Stare finally allowed to put his feet up a little bit more, right? He was gunning for the victory on those first 2 maps, was a real standout player for the Astralis squad. Well, he's given a bit of an easier time now as everyone else is feeling it. And look at this, man. If this doesn't speak volumes, you've used 2 of your 3 pauses already. Yeah. Because this game is so quickly getting away from you. Everyone can tell the vibes are not good for Bait. Going from being 2 rounds away from victory with 9 chances to get those 2 rounds, materializing none of them. And now in the last 16 rounds of Counter-Strike that you have played, you've won 1 round. Like, none of this is building to anything good for Bait. It's a real test of your resilience, and resilience isn't just something you turn on and off. You know, you kind of either have it or you don't, and it takes a long time to get there, to build that up.
Devastating. It's not done yet, but Bait need to wake up. Absent from Ancient, they up the pace. Fast through the smoke, Heaven split, pass down spray. Acadian again with a break. Just misses the mark. He's smoked out, it doesn't matter. And he can retreat back to the bomb site. Acadian has the flank cut off as Bait want to go for a B hit, but they've got to force his rotation first. Alex is playing slow, and if Yabby runs here, it's the perfect bait for Cadian, but instead they reclaim it together. This is nice as well. Bro's moving in as a third man. They shouldn't need him. Orb looking good to clear this corner. There it is. They're in B. Stan doesn't know. They're already up past the smoke in the site, but this is all just a band-aid right now. Bait looking for a bomb plant to make this round interesting.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh. Sent to your left is the last man. 1v3, lands a lot of damage on the push out through short, but Astralis, they just swarm him. They play together. 7-1 for the Astralis squad. And Bait is starting so many of these rounds. A man down.
Just feels like a textbook game of crumbling under the pressure. And it's so sad because it felt like, with it having happened in the past, with these experience pieces added, with these firepower upgrades, with the game we were getting out of them on Nuke, a map they don't normally perform well on, that this was going to be a different story here today. Bait trying to break in, but so many opening kills for Astralis. They continue to rack them up. Only 1 opening death in this map so far. 8-1. Yabby keeps them coming. He's 12-2 with 3 kills in this round. And Bait can't even survive at the bottom of B. Yabby's just coming in for more. Smoke forces a bit of respect, but Stan's ready to go. There is no rest for Bait. And Heroic had the money to risk everything chasing this, knowing they can get kills at the end or even after time. I think they're going to start boxing them in. If Yabby pushes elbow with Bro and A main, like they're looking for these kills. They don't want Bait to bring an AWP into the next round. They don't want Bait to have anything, and they will lose every player if that's what it takes. No ammo in this AWP left. It's all Alex fighting for survival. He's gone. Glock is out. You are done.
Counter-terrorists win.
Look at how Astralis are playing.
Yeah, it's Bait at the lowest of lows. And Astralis playing with full confidence. I mean, this is a bit of a grisly stat for you, Hugo.
Hit me.
But since that dreaded Cadian or pace, Bait across the remainder of Nuke and here on Ancient have had 2 opening kills go their way. 1 on Ancient, 1 on Nuke.
My God.
They've been playing every round 4v5. They've won 1 round in the last 19 rounds of play.
Talk about momentum, yeah.
They are just kind of done, and it's sad, you know, to know that now. But you've got no room really left to recover here on Ancient, and even if you do, Astralis are playing like the favorites. They're on the same page. They're communicating a hell of a lot. They're making a lot of these active moves. There's not a weak individual in sight. Maybe something could come of this round, right? We've said before how like these Tech-9 rounds can be hard to contain because your opponents play a little freer. They rely more on these big individual moments, but there's always answers, and Astralis in this round have dropped the bomb away from bait and siphoned out that man advantage. They're now holding on to the mid-cross. They've read this well. Cadian's in the right place. If that bomb tries to leave, it'll be dead. Alex instead is going to try and chase him down. Nice. We'll get away with the kill. 2v2. Ooh. Alex, there's that Tech-9 roaring to life.
Here we go. They're
both low. Yabi is 13-2. He has rarely set a foot wrong.
Very low, Harry.
Even this round, you are gripped with fear if you are the bait squad.
The post-plant position is optimal.
They're looking for their second round in 19 rounds of gameplay.
He's walking in.
Their best chance of getting it is right now in the 2v1, but they are both low. They are both wounded. They've got him right here. And Alex just holds on. A huge 3K from his Tech-9. Secures bait a second round, but they need to start building now. There is no time to slow back down. You need to take that momentum, however little it's given you, and use that to push you to a 4-round half. Absolutely. Anything less feels like it's a done deal.
Could not have put it better. Absolutely must harness something. Alex has given bait the opportunity. Can they do right by it? Aggressive mid-take again. They're playing with a bit more pace here. The molly pushes Stown back, but it lands in the smoke.
Oh,
they're coming through. Stown 50-50.
Stown's ready.
He's read it well.
That's MPL dead first.
Big risk.
Astralis
reward.
Chomping at the bit. Oh, always good for the openers, and this time even taking it further.
Bro, he's low, but he's just crept in time. That's really awkward timing for head trick.
And it is that old 3-man heroic core here that are nailing them to the wall. Yeah. 10 for KD and 14 for Yabi, 12 for Stown.
Finally. It only took them the whole tournament to get here, but if they can keep this up, Astralis, we know they've got the players for a reverse sweep. We know they've got the experience. We just need to see them play with their balls, because the confidence they showed in that second half of Nuke was unlike the Astralis we've seen in the rest of the RMR. Cadian's not missing a beat either. 11-3, he repeaks.
Yeah, I think, you know, Astralis have kind of been playing every game in the same mentality, it's felt like. They haven't all been on the same page. I think tensions have felt a little high. So a win like this does a lot to activate the entire team, and I think that that could even have repercussions outside of this one series. Like you say, if they're able to play this brand of Counter-Strike and look like this, they become threatening again, and that's what's been missing from day one of the RMR. They're looking for a runaway CT side from 2 rounds off of victory on Nuke to just 2 rounds in the first half of Ancient.
Wow.
It might be a horrific fall from grace for this bait squad.
Yeah, I mean, going 2-0 up in the RMR and then losing 0-3 or 2-3 is one thing. That's pretty horrific, but this might actually feel worse. Just how close you actually were to surviving today, to getting a confidence boosting win, to beating a top team on paper, beating such big names, and then crumbling in the way they did. Bait looking for 3 on the half here. And that old heroic trio that were so good on Ancient in their heyday are rolling it back for a little bit more. Yabi swinging through Donut. There's no trade in sight. Alex lets him go and Stown repeaks. The synergy is there. Astralis, tandem, trading. strapped to each other's back, side by side in a donut. They go nuts for another kill. It's only Headtrick and this big flank that needs to come in right here, right now. Stair tucked safely. Gonna be the guy peeking in, or at least try to. And so he shall, leaving Headtrick in another impossible position. Can't convert a kill. Astralis will find themselves 10-2, 3 rounds away from eliminating Bait. For all the shit we gave this team last map, it's a very different game now. It's a very different Astralis.
Yeah, you know, I think they have to carry this momentum through. There's no doubt about that. They have to keep this up for their remaining matches here across the RMR.
Yeah.
But
still, 1-3 isn't impressive, but if they can build off of this win.
Yeah, the way I would look at it is winning here at least dodges a new low for Astralis.
Yes, yeah.
Going to an RMR without winning a single map, without winning a single series is something even in the darkest days of this organization they hadn't achieved yet. So you've at least dodged the lowest of lows, but you have to take that momentum and carry it through if you want to try and move into a brighter chapter for Astralis. This is still a very legitimizing win with how they've gone about doing it, and I think it's going to do wonders for them in their matches going forward. Because if you are able to carry this mindset and this way of playing and this level of synergy through into the other matches, you suddenly become a scary team to face again. This is Astralis playing up to the level that you expect when you see the names in this roster.
Yeah. Ooh, fast rotate. Bait realized. They hear the A smoke.
Oh, this is a clash.
Super hard to get out of donut when it's smoked off, especially in a 4v5. Smoke shot goes a long way. Bomb planting. Alex won't spam it though. They'll get the stick in. 2 smoke shots for Bait.
That's something. A bit of chance smiling upon Bait in this pistol. Alex, one step further. Katie and Dead back in main, and so it's just Stair. This guy's had a phenomenal series, been the one standout piece for Astralis across all 3 maps, but expecting him to win the 1v4 is wishful thinking, and Alex makes it so. Pistol round picked up for Bait.
All you can tell yourself here is anything is possible. That's the only thing you've got going for you. You've seen worse, you've seen better, but Astralis getting a bomb plant, bringing in AKs and Galils. There is no rest here for Bait. No relief. Just the 1 AK actually. Astralis. Measured. Looking for an entry out middle as the pistols push A main. Easily done, but Stairs in red. That's something.
He's going to have to do everything alone in this round.
Oops.
They've learned about the positioning of this AK now. There is going to be this reaction out from heaven to try and deal with him. And they managed to do it cleanly. So a 5 alive round for Bait on this CT half. I think if you're Bait, you're telling yourselves, well, come on now. This is where we did our best work on both maps. 8 round CT sides for Bait on both Mirage and Nuke. Now here, 8 would not be enough. They would have to play their hardest, their best yet, and up against a very different team. But the one thing you have right now is the power of belief.
Just got to take it round by round here, both teams. Slow clash in the cave. They've climbed up heaven from middle. 3 players on the right side. Should be surprising, but MPL trying to bait for his teammate who swings very early and they get nothing from it. Crunch down on this B site. They start running at Alex. He doesn't even get a kill. And any hope, any dream snuffed out.
Astralis are one rifle round away from winning this game. Oh, that was nearly interesting from Captain Kirtka. But he wasn't able to convert that second kill on Takadian. So Bait, you know, that was their bonus round. They still have money to buy up in the next. They're still going to have the AWP for head trick. But this is it. Their last chance. They need to embark on an identical streak.
Yeah.
They are in the exact same position that Astralis are in back on Nuke. But with very different circumstances.
I could say it if you want me to.
Go on, throw it out there.
There is simply no way Astralis lose this game. There is not a hope in hell. The more experienced team playing from the back, pulling back Nuke, with wind in their sails, with all the pressure on the line, with their stars performing, and Bait just looks suffocated right now. Astralis just need 2 rounds.
Brilliant.
And what a sad story for Bait this would be.
Not a bad start for the last hurrah of the Bait squad. They get away with a double opener over here in mid. Astralis take away the red room. Alex is watching this, but it's really just for info. He's only got a FAMAS, so going to be hard pressed to actually do anything to anyone trying to cross, but can at least calm down the line that they've taken red room away. And with that, build a better picture for how this round is aiming to pan out. They're going to take the space and move in through CT. Thanks to that spot, Captain Kirtka is aware.
Oh yeah, good push from Bates. Realizing that staying static means Astralis get more and more space, so they go for information, they find it. Out into the A site. Unbeknownst to them. Oh, the drop, that's awkward. Kirtka behind the site. This is teed up for him. Drops the bomb. Take it cleanly at least. That would be relieving for Bates, giving them a fighting chance to play proper rifle rounds. Bro here trying to make it expensive. That is the goal. Not to win, but to make things harder for Bait moving forward. He won't be able to accomplish that goal. Bait find 5.
Money now broken for Astralis, but no unnecessary risks. No wildness needs to be considered here. I know we're all kind of thinking it, but like, let's just address the elephant in the room, right? Like,
it's not thinking it. It's just you. You're the only one. Go on.
Like, we're thinking it, but it's like, it's the forbidden thought. We're not going anywhere near it, right? Lock that one up in the memory box.
Yeah, put it in a drawer.
And like, if we're thinking it, Bait are thinking it too, so maybe they get a bit more switched online. Hopefully Astralis aren't.
You said you were locking it up.
Like, hopefully Astralis, that's all I'm saying.
You were locking it up.
Astralis can't be thinking about it. Like, with how well they've played, there's no way. Like, sure, they themselves, even in the heyday of their careers, are giving away some big leads. But like, it's something that no one is even considering because Bait are so far behind and are less experienced. And so even one big round from any of these performing Astralis players would be enough.
But Harry, as a caster, you get great power, and with great power comes great responsibility. So I ask that you do not harness that curse.
I'm not harnessing anything. I'm merely
Put it in the
acknowledging
box. Put it in
the
the box.
thought, the shared sentiment that we're all having, where we're going, okay, look, it doesn't happen twice, right? No one wins 11-4 twice, but different teams both times. Zonic can't be that right still in current day.
Yeah, it's not even MR15 anymore. It doesn't make sense. You be quiet, Harry. Well, not too quiet, because still got a couple of rounds here, but yep, another buy round for Astralis.
Yeah, they've got it. And look,
Plenty of chances.
Kadian getting spoken to there first. Timeout called in for Astralis.
Haven't felt the pressure all game.
No. And so the way like this one, for them, probably even feels surplus to requirement. It's like, get it out of the way early, right? And I know you might then think, well, you know, Bait did the same thing back on Nuke, and I would say it's a fair point. Can't actually argue with that. Like, factually, it did happen. But regardless, it's still silly to even be thinking about it.
Then let's move on, shall we? Into another rifle round.
So everyone stop thinking these thoughts, and let's just enjoy. Astralis, let's see.
Little A main take for Astralis. We've got the AWP alone at B right now, at Sential deep in the cave, and Alex covering on the CT side of A. Meanwhile, Bait have full mid control. Astralis still kind of stuck in the mud right now, outside of the A site. Ooh, Bait gambling. Look at this move. They pulled back completely. They put the AWP on A. As Astralis go for a mid-take, but they should announce this with some util. That will give Bait an idea. We're playing double long. It's very quiet. It's too quiet. So red smoke makes their intentions known. But where do they end?
Astralis just need the opener. Like, that's what this is all hinging on now. They've done so well playing from the front, but they don't get it. Alex tucked in. There's the response out of Kadian, though. An immediate equalizer. That's something that Bait are going to feel that hurts. Leaves them down into this 4-on-4, and Alex is still getting pressured. Life does not get easier for him. Stown overruns him back in the donut. Now, the bomb is going B. MPL just leaving this side of the map, but something's called him back. Something's brought him back over. MPL, that's the round right there, and he lines them both up.
Nice.
That double kill means Astralis can't win this anymore. And so, for now, they have to let this one slide on by. It's one of many, many chances, though, as the gap continues to close.
Rugger looked a little stressed there in the camera. I know it's an annoying round to lose. They actually, Astralis pulled everyone off to the A side quite well, but then I think they made a step in the cave last second, and that made MPL second guess his rotate. That or his team just say it's too quiet, don't rotate. He stays in position, he gets 2 kills, wins the round. So, nice round out of Bait. But Astralis, they've got Mac 10's Tech 9s, they can go a bit faster here.
They can, and these rounds will be a real test for Bait, because we've touched on this a few times if you've been paying attention. It's like you're a little looser, you're playing a little more confident, you're not supposed to win these rounds, and so sometimes you do.
Yeah.
Because you play like you have nothing to lose.
Mind is powerful, Harry.
So here's the B util, 3 strong over here for the Bait squad. They have to show that they can repel this. It's the entire game riding on this round, and Astralis have managed to make it in. Ooh. They managed to get the trades. They find themselves a 2-on-2, a 3-on-3 rather.
Bomb has to cross.
Oh, and Headtrick will deny it. That all fires off. Captain Kirkwood with a risky swing, risking it all right there, but it works wonders. 3 rounds the difference. Okay,
why are you getting hyped?
I'm going to acknowledge this. Bait, the gap is closing, and the problem for them, when they were, you know, 11-4 up back on Nuke, and then the comeback started and they get in their heads, and then this map starts off really slow, and they're hating life, and no one's talking, they don't believe, they think it's already over, but now they're believing again. Meanwhile, Astralis is suddenly in the Bait position, and they're going, all right, boys, holy, like, we can't choke this.
The difference is Astralis are an experienced team, Harry, with a lot of players who've made deep runs, who have won big events, and Bait are, you know, average age of 20, young roster. You know.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Like, experience matters because you tell yourself that you have the experience to close this out. But in terms of, like, the mental battle, that is something that's profoundly human and down to, like, each individual. And sure, experience helps at, like, lessening the effect of that.
Can we see these player cams? Can we go through the Astralis players just to get a kind of taste test on, you know, see what they're doing? They're sitting around, they're drinking, they're chatting. They're using this like a timeout, but they have even longer. So, you know, chatting it out, thinking about the future, Harry. Taking a breath, planning the next buy round. Stress? Never heard of her.
Those with experience have dealt with, like, the emotions of games like this more, so they're supposed to be able to deal with it better.
Absolutely. Bomb plant's nice. Oh, beautiful spray. Essential. 4 kills. And yeah, everyone's getting activated right now for Bait. Everyone's hitting their shots. And wait, suddenly, there's a 2-round gap.
It's a 2-round game, bro. Like, okay,
Don't worry,
Astralis,
no one at
here we
level
are.
4. Like, okay, yeah, go on.
Astralis, this is where they have to separate themselves from this Bait squad. This is their big chance to do that. They're going to have everything they could possibly need. They just had a timeout, and now they've called it another one, so they had time to talk it over at the start of that round, and now they have a second chance here to really go over every finer detail to try and uplift the morale a little bit more.
Would this be worse than getting 13 forward on Nuke?
In every conceivable way, yes.
Okay.
Because this one gets you out of the competition.
No, but...
And you were in the lead.
Yeah.
And you were right there about to take it after a sick comeback of your own. There's a lot of reasons, I think, why this is worse.
All right. Well, they've had multiple minutes to talk about this rifle round. So I'm keeping my eye on Astralis. They played some slow rounds that have come pretty close. Very thin margins. MPL with that late rotate. Think about that round where he drops a bomb in cave. You know, this is how close some of these rounds have gotten. So Astralis, probably not going to jump the gun. Probably going to play quite slow. Little mid-take. One player out through the smoke. Yabi doing the same thing on B, alone. A lot of responsibility to control this side of the map, but they aren't pushing, they aren't pressing. They're playing the backlines right now. Orp on Temple, reliable position for Hedrick.
Okay.
Bomb outside of A, that's a good sign for Bait.
Stair has gained a lot of real estate as well. And, like, sure, he got briefly caught in the spam, but he's been able to make it all the way across into the red room. This is some good advanced positioning. As you touched upon, Astralis gave themselves over a minute to plan this round and go over every single detail. So the move to get Stair there is super intentional, and it's going to tie in to where this is hoping to end up. This is not a round of mid-rounding or adapting on the fly. There is a set end goal in mind here, and so Stair will play into that later.
They just reclaimed middle as well, but yeah, Stair is the guy to watch out for. It's a good Molotov. Stout finds the entry. Stout finds 2 entries. We needed him right now to step up in a big way, and he's done that for the Astralis squad. Stair has a position to kill a rotation. This should be Astralis' round every day of the week, and they're going to find 4 kills in the blink of an eye. Slow and steady. They walk it over the line. They lock in series point.
And that moment of relief washes over Astralis. They have dodged the dreaded choke. The time to talk, the time to plan, and then Stown stepping up to the mark after a quiet series from Stown. Someone where there was always questions about his ability to perform under pressure. He has just delivered salvation to Astralis. 12-9. And so that's what the experience brings. The knowledge that, yes, you can. You are not unfamiliar with these type of situations. And the best laid of plans works wonders for Astralis. This is the type of relief that Bait never got to feel when they were in this position.
Yeah, just one round that, I mean, the relief of overtime carries a huge, or lifts a huge weight, rather, for Astralis. Now, they have 3 chances to close out this series to avoid anything uncomfortable, frankly. Anything devastating. Something that Bait have already experienced in this series. An 11-4 loss on Nuke can haunt them. Fake for stare. Oh, he's making them panic right now. Well, I say that. Alex won't rotate. He stays at the B-bomb side, but 3 players throwing nades and pushing through smokes on this A side. Meanwhile, walking into B. He's missed the timing. Molly going to make it clear. Just crossed it. Hendrick missed shot. Oh, a complete whiff. A complete meltdown. Crumbling for Bait. And Astralis might have finally done it. They might have done enough.
A recovery from 11-4 down on that second map. And a comeback that was starting to take shape here, denied by Astralis. They take many a moment to plan this out, to talk it over, and the experience shines through. Astralis dodge the lowest of lows. They managed to get out and stay alive at the RMR for